I think that bibliotheques, libraries, archives are vital, and the breadth of material that's held within them are vitally important to confirm the realities of what's taken place and not rely on supposed histories that are researched by individuals from particular perspectives. I mean, there are films that have recorded aspects of Australian life and values which, without the archives, would be lost. And I think Newsfront would probably be one of those, which is an extremely important film, both in regards to its filmmaking process and all the history that's been collected around that process. I think is really interesting history to read, and the subject matter that it covers. Tale of Ruby Rose, obviously. Obviously, Strikebound, Lockout, things that are historical, based on historical events which are more from the perspective of the working class, as you might say, rather than the moneyed class and the middle class, are very, very important pieces. Bill Bennett's picture, oh God, the one he shot in South Australia.
Kiss or Kill.
Kiss or Kill, yes. I mean, his process in making that actually, you know, is an example of turning what you're saying there about everyone's perspective being subjective, and so the story would be different from everyone's view. He actually has used that in a sense in the way that he filmed that, by filming scenes in 2 or 3 masters that overlapped, that are taken from a different angle. So in a sense it was like having 3 perspectives, and where the overlaps happen, they're not necessarily, they don't necessarily have the same content exactly, but it's all right, that's the content that was recorded at that time, and that's the content at that time. So you see an example of that, that subjectivity in the shots. So that's another one that really needs to be preserved and studied, in the sense too that although most people say, oh, that was all improvised, and Richard Werrett is quoted as saying that the scene with the 2 detectives in the cafe talking over their breakfast is a classic example of E15 style improvisation. It wasn't. It was one of the few scripted scenes in the film, and the skill in that particular piece of filmmaking was performing it in a fashion that didn't make it jump from the other scenes which were fully improvised. So that's an interesting one to look at. The only thing that I've got but I still use are the boots from Quigley Down Under, where a very nice pair of riding boots were purchased for me to play Ashley Pitt, and I still use those if I've got particular riding roles. They're a very good pair of boots. You can have them when I'm finished.